Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, I forgot I took my camera off because I was gonna do a mobile. I was gonna stream from my girlfriend's place yesterday, but it didn't happen. So yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, I was like, why isn't my camera on? I was like, duh, because it's in my backpack. Good morning, everybody. It's I, Iron Sheik 84, and yeah, it's last shoot number 4. I haven't been on this weekend, so I just decided, hey, you know, I'll hang around for a bit. And yeah, so yeah, Godfather, the video that's playing is, what was it? It's, yeah, the history of WWE, 50 years of sports entertainment, and yeah, it's like, I think it was like filmed back in like 2015 or 12 or whatever it was at that point. So yeah, this is like well before all this stuff that came out recently, you know, is referencing. So yeah, that life is good. I had a fantastic weekend with my girlfriend. So yeah, as always, howdy double T. So yeah, we had a wonderful weekend. We went to a flea market out in a city called Canton. It was about like an hour's drive from where we live, a little more of an hour, maybe like an hour 20, hour 30 or whatever. So yeah, so we went to flea market, walked around a bit, pet all the puppies that are in the, you know, look, I know this is bad. They have like puppy mills, basically. I don't know if y'all have flea markets where you are. So yeah, like we went there and we saw them, and of course like they were cute. We were like, oh, like we want them, like, you know, but we also don't want to support these people. So yeah, we did that. Went to a show last night, and then yeah, that was about it. So right here, I'm at 174 million out of 200 million. I don't know. I doubt that I'm gonna hit that magic number of 200 million. So yeah, it's, you know, it's been a day. Like, I was just going for quick, fast, and easy wins. So like, I didn't have like much of anybody here, honestly. I'll be nice. Let them have their easy win there, and then. Hey, from the Sif. Not much, dude. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Like I said, I'm having a very good one myself. There we go. Yeah, I doubt in an hour that I'm going to be able to pull out 12 million victories, but we'll see. Or maybe I should have just kept my 3, done like the 4 win, you know, the 4 match wins in like, you know, 3 minutes, and then called it. I don't know. I don't know if that's like the way to do it now or whatever. But yeah, yeah, just like I said, just a good weekend. You know, I've had a very fun, awesome weekend. And also, for those of you who observe it, happy Easter. For those of you who don't observe it, happy Monday or happy Sunday. So yeah, I mean, just all in all, it's a good one. I wish I could have maxed. I wish I could have maxed the war score. I still think there's like some little itty bitty tweaks that need to be done. Oh, how close am I to Jade? Like, nowhere near close, honestly. Let's see. I'm at 760 of 2,000, so I got way the fuck away from Jade. I mean, it's whatever. I just did my 2 polls for the $5 with my gift card money and then called it a day. What's my MOC point? Oh, I'll have to check. I'm either 50,000 away from finishing or 60,000. I forget what it is. Like, I know, like, I know it's gonna happen this week. I still need to finish Ria's tours, and then I think like this week should I'll get it easily. Yeah, I kind of wish with the past event I was like I could have gotten that 20k points, but it was either like I forget what it was. It was either the bonus CSS or like doing pulls. I had no interest in doing either. Yeah, there we go. 43,000 away from finishing, and I'm nowhere near getting Sonya with through shards. So I mean, it's whatever. Go. Oh, congratulations! I hope that you're able to max it out this week. I forgot to check like if it's a showdown this week or what. I hope it's not a showdown because I hate showdowns now. They are very annoying to me. Got any new superstars since last time? Yeah, actually I got one. I got Foley finally, and yeah, like the IOW Foley is what I mean. Yeah, they're watching. Nah, I got busy all weekend, honestly. So I live about an hour away from Fort Worth, and there's a place that I wanted to take my folks to. So we went there. So like the hour drive there, an hour drive back. I didn't get to watch SmackDown on Friday, and then. Just yesterday, I met up with my girlfriend, and like I said, we went to the place is called Canton. It's like I think it's like the world's biggest flea market or something, or it's one of the world's biggest or whatever. So by the time like I went, came back, it was like it's like an hour. It's like from her place, I think it's like an hour 20 or something like that, or an hour 10. So. By the time we went there, we did like a good 2 hours of just, look at this, look at that, and all that good stuff. We did that, and then, yeah, we got yeah. Like so, we did that, and then grabbed dinner, and then we went to there's a place in a city called Carrollton called the Pocket Sandwich Theater, and they do they do some serious plays, but for the most part, what they're like kind of known for is they're called melodramas. So what they are is they're kind of like they're cheesy on purpose. I don't know how else to put it. And they're called like popcorn throwers. So what they do is they give you like a basket of popcorn with your ticket, and then like as the performers like walk by, you're supposed to like throw popcorn at the bad guy or whoever. And then like then people like throw popcorn at each other, like like us sitting in the crowd. We throw them at the servers as they're coming by with drinks and everything. So it's always such a fun time going. So we did that on Friday night, or Saturday night, and then yeah, I mean, okay. Sure, you just I want to get everything. Did you max the superstar competition? No. I've gotten as many points as I'm going to be able to get. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go over score stuff again here in a second, since I gotta wait for my partner to finish. Alright, there we go. Bonus points. So yeah, so here we go. So on the solo contest, I'm at 6.7 million, and on the feud competition, 176 million. So I have 24 million left to go. Which, like I said, realistically, I'm not gonna finish this in an hour. And then on Big Money Faction feud, I maxed each one of these. So I mean, this is nothing, So did that, our faction maxed this. 12 to 16 for the collection contest, and then 47 to 50 for this one. So yeah. And then for the tours and everything, I got all the bonuses with everybody. The only thing I can't do is the only thing I can't do is the Jade Cargill one, because I don't have Jade Cargill. And then, yeah, pretty much everything else I've done. I had Devon and I got Austin, so I could do these two. I can't do the Bubba Ray one because I don't have Bubba Ray, and I'm not gonna do the Jade Cargill one because I can't do that. Even though I didn't 3-star it, I beat every single one of these. So yeah, I mean, game-wise, I have a bunch of stuff done. Yeah, but that's about it. I mean, just chilling, rocking and rolling. Weekend's been fine. I forgot to check the shop yesterday twice. No, I did not. Do this before it closes in an hour. to buy these because I don't have enough shards to take Sherry to 6-star silver. Alright, yeah. Yeah, and then as far as like new people, I've talked about this, so it's all promoter stuff, so I have the full set of Faction Feud people at 21k, Showdown, I have all 6. Stipulation Tour, I just got Foley Wednesday, I want to say. And then Boss Currency, I'm only missing 2, and then Showdown Coins, I got all 6, so I need 1,015 shards for Sasha Banks, and then 2,085 for The Rock, and then I'm done. I'll have every promoter. And then my goal is little by little. I'm gonna max out Showdown Coins, and then I will max out Notoriety. And yeah, and then by that time, if there are new promoters, if there aren't, you know, I mean, who knows? And then, I'm not making up like, you know, like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, so, I have, I think another 4,000 points to get here, something like that. I've been holding that off for next week's key competition. So let's see, there's, okay, I think one of these, there's another 4,000 solo points there. And then I think that's it as far as, yeah. So 4,000 more, so yeah, so I got 4,000 more solo points, so I'll be at 461. And then I'll need 39,000. And I'm sure between the midweek or whatever, there's going to be more than enough for me to max this out, and then there you go. And then Kyrie, I got her at 5. I got her at 5-star, and then I'll need another 2,000 tokens, which I doubt I'm gonna get, but I mean it's whatever. She can stay where she is. I'm not buying any. I'm not buying token packs. Yeah, faction buy. You know, sometimes I do wish, like, there are times where I wish, like, on the weekends that I hang out with my girlfriend, that it was faction boss instead. So that way, like, you know, I can just, you know, that I can just do my tours, and then, or, you know, like, just run my 23s, do my bonus CSS, and then I'm done for the weekend. You know, I don't have to worry about feuding and stuff in between us, like hanging out, or like when we're grabbing lunch or dinner or whatever. Because like last night, for example, since I have Austin and he was like the top row bonus or whatever, so they had 2 intermissions at the Sherlock Holmes melodrama, and so like whenever intermission would happen, I'd play for 10 minutes, and then I would, you know, it's like, and then the play would start. Then I played it at the other 10 minutes, and then I'd stop. And then when we got back to her place, I played on the couch for another like 30 minutes or something like that. And then by that point, I got all my bonus points. And then I was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. Yeah, Karthik. I don't know. I mean, like, look, 190 million points. I mean, I'm just being realistic. That's gonna be kind of. It's gonna be a little rough to get that many points in less than an hour. I mean, I think even if I got both lines from my teammates, I don't think that I would. I don't think I would max the 200 mil. Like I said, I mean, I wish I would have, obviously, but. I missed a feud 1. I probably missed a good 3 to 3.5 hours of it, And then for the rest of them, like I just did my bonus wins and then called it. So I mean, that's on me. I got, I can't sit there and say that, like I didn't have a hand in that happening. But on the same token too, I'm so I care about hanging out with my girlfriend and for us to, enjoy each other's company than for me to sit and play Champions all day. Now, if she was busy and we couldn't go out or do something, or she was unavailable, or I was unavailable, then hey, you know what? That's a completely different story. Yeah. Anybody here get lucky with Jade? Either through polls or through chest or anything like that? I got her, but still trying to figure out how I want to use her. Alright, well, congratulations, Godfather. Yeah, I did, on her challenge tour, I forget which one. Oh yeah, the one with Shayna Baszler. Oof. I ended up, it ended up being like a pain in the ass, like, cause I tried double sub, and, of course, inevitably, every single time, like, she somehow would pull up she'd pull a 5 match, and then, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be able to get whatever, so I was like, ugh. Do I like the new format of Flash Feud? I mean, it's certainly better than last time, for damn sure. I still think that, this is just my opinion, I still think there's too few points that are being given out. And I wish that they would tweak it just an itty bitty bit to give out a little more points. But, I mean, certainly this is way better than last time. I mean, there's no ifs and buts about it. Last time fucking sucked. Whoever came up with that should have, it was god awful. I was not a happy camper at all. Yeah, the only change that I would make is instead of having the 65K for the first win, I would just keep it at the the 100K, and other than that, I think it's fine. Yeah, whenever the forum thing comes up for that's just gonna be my one suggestion. Other than that, I mean, I had no problems with this weekend's feud, so Come on, click. Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing with like flash shoots. There's never gonna be like a perfect amount of time that will work for literally everybody across the world. I mean, trust me, even being in Texas, there are times where some of these flash shoots are extremely inconvenient for me. But I mean, it's you work with what you got, right? Although, also, for those of you who don't know, there is another Champ streamer on right now. So make sure to give him a check. Come on. Ugh. Hey, Doc. Not much. Just got back home after hanging out with my girlfriend this weekend and just decided to hop on stream for a bit for the last hour of Feud. With it being Easter, Costco and all the other places that I normally go to are closed, so I'm streaming a little later than I normally do, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, life's good. My ex-wife gets a little chic first, third, fifth weekends. So he's over with his mom, with his mom, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go pick him up at 6 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to seeing his bright little face. And then yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna pick him up, and then I think like Walmart and Trader Joe's and stuff. Easter is so it's not a federal holiday because like Easter's on a Sunday, always on a Sunday. But yeah, Easter is a major holiday here in the United States, and it's like one of those like 99.9% of businesses are closed. So restaurants are typically open, and I say typically, not all restaurants are open. But there's that. There's movie theaters are open, and then certain grocery stores are open. So some are and some are not open. So I think Walmart's open today. Trader Joe's is open today. I don't know about Target. But yeah, I mean, there's a decent amount open. Yo, homeless dude, how's it going? Not much going on my end. Just feuding for the last, what, 43 minutes now left to feud. And then I will I'll do the tours, and then I'm going to I never did anybody here ever watch Regular Show when it was out? Like, you know, the one with Rigby and Mordecai working at the park. So I've been watching. Like, I realized the other day, like, it came across the TV the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I never finished this. So I rewatched the series, and I'm on the final season now. So I've been watching that, and then also a friend of mine, Matt, aka Lord BBH, who lives in Portland. He, I think I've mentioned him from time to time, but he is without a doubt, in my opinion, the greatest arcade gamer of all time. And he uploaded some old, like, there's an emulator. So there's an emulator called RetroArch, and on RetroArch there's a thing called Retro Achievements, where it's a plugin that you can put in, and when you set it up, it it lists like challenges for games. And with him, like, you know, needing something to stream, plus, you know, just, you know, like a fun challenge, he's been doing retro achievements for arcade games and some of his console games that he really likes for about a year now, maybe less than a year. I'm not sure, but yeah, but he uploaded a bunch of his past streams recently, and one of them was for the arcade version of Aliens. And, you know, it was one of those, like, things I was like, oh yeah, I was like, you know what, like, I haven't seen Alien or Aliens in, like, 15, 20 years or something like that. So, yeah, that's also on the agenda for today. Is I didn't get a chance to this week because I've just been slammed with work, slammed with the little one. But yeah, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna make it a point this week that I'm gonna rewatch Alien and Aliens. Now the third Alien movie, I don't know, and then all these other ones that have come out. Like, I think Prometheus is the prequel, right? And there's also all those, like, Alien versus Predator movies and stuff. I don't really have an interest in that. Yeah. And then there's a new Alien movie too, so, like, that's kind of like that. So because of, like, all of that, I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna watch these. So that's my like, hey, what I'm gonna do, like, later on this afternoon until I have to pick up my kiddo from at 6 o'clock. You know, goal or whatever. I'm not gonna be able to see all of them, obviously, but yeah, that's what I have on the agenda for today / next week / whatever, you know. And then, of course, not this week, of course, but the following week is the solar eclipse. So I have my glasses, and I'm gonna enjoy doing that. Handy dandy solar eclipse glasses here. Yeah, we're in line for the eclipse. It's gonna be now there's a bunch of places that are going to be like the Arboretum and, like, some of the other places around here are doing, like, special. They're doing, like, specialty. What is it, like? Oh, hey, you know, it's like you can see it at the Arboretum with everybody and blah blah blah, this and that and whatnot. I I mean, not probably. I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere because I. There's been a warning that. Pardon me. That the it's gonna cause like an ungodly amount of traffic around Dallas. So yeah, I'm absolutely not dealing with that. Yeah. So here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm right here. Okay. So here we go. So 12:23 partial eclipse begins. And this is estimated, of course. So 140 is going to be the total eclipse. And then 142 is max eclipse. And then 144 is the total eclipse is going to end. And then there's going to be, and then the partial is going to end at 302. So yeah, basically for about, what, 2.5 hours, we'll have the, we'll have that. So yeah, I have to work, so I mean, that's also part of it too. Is that I heard traffic is going to be ungodly bad, and especially because I got to go pick up my kid from school anyway. What I will do is, you know, I'm just probably, what I might do is like go to where his AVA is and like watch it from there, and then yeah, and then like kind of figure out like how I'm gonna get him, because we're gonna have some pretty bad traffic all across the Metroplex, probably until the evening. Although I did see something kind of funny. I don't look. It made me laugh. There was some guy who owns like a plot of land basically, and he was like, "Oh hey, like, you know, like you can come and like park on my lawn for 20 minutes, and I'll let you, you know, like I'll let, you know, anybody who wants to use my bathroom to go use my bathroom and all this shit." So like a bunch of people were like, rightly so, kind of being like, "Yeah, right," like, you know, anybody's gonna pay that much to come and hang out on your lawn. Yeah, this is gonna be a first one for me. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, Brink, thank you so much! Hey, thanks, dude. Much appreciated. Yeah, I should probably... Actually, now that I think about it, I should probably switch Vince out for somebody else, right? Yeah, what is it? Steph had told me that y'all are going to Brasal. Unfortunately, caught me being unable to come, but I hope you have a fantastic time at Brasal and eat a lot of good steak. Yeah, happy Easter and Merry Sunday to you, dude. Yeah, catch you later, man. That was my good buddy, John. Oh, by the way, say hi to M for me as well, please. yeah, but like I was saying, like some of the spots are like crazy. Like, okay, I don't want to say the wrong thing, or like misquote it, but like I think one of my friends had told me like they looked at like a Motel 6, and a Motel 6 was running like $350, and I was like, damn, dude, like that's nuts. Yeah, and like I can't imagine like how much like RVs and campers and stuff are going for. I do. I also know that I don't know if it's the same thing for you in Ohio, but there were also like did they release anything like Airbnb rentals are up like you know like several 100% or whatever. Yeah, well, no, I mean, I don't want to. I don't like. I don't remember what the exact figure was. I mean, not that it really matters anyway. But yeah, yeah, like they said something like like the amount of like the amount like the percentage of Airbnb rentals is like 700% or something like that higher than what it normally is. Yeah, I mean, like, look, if this was like I'll tell you right now. So if this was like the Northern Lights, and like I would get to see it, like for multiple days or an entire evening or something, I still think $500 is crazy. But at least like I could be like, okay, you know what? That's fine. For 2.5 hours, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, there's no way I would pay that much. There you go. Yeah, but what is it like? I don't know about Ohio. I think they said like the next time that we're gonna get we, and I mean we as in like Texas is gonna get a solar eclipse is gonna be like in 2000 like 60 something or whatever. Next solar eclipse after 2024. 2056. I was right. Yeah. So if I don't see it now, I'll have to wait 32 years to see it again. And who knows? Like, who knows if I'm even gonna be alive in 32 years? I'll be. You never know with the way the world. Like it's life, right? I'm gonna be 40 this year. I still have my high hopes. What I would like to do for my 40th, I when I go to I'm gonna have to go get my prostate checked, and my I've already said like what I want for my birthday is I want like to live stream me getting my prostate checked with my friends and family there, and we're gonna have sub goals. We'll have we'll have a party. It'll be a wonderful time. We'll all have laughter and fun, and it'll be a good time for everybody on stream. And since my birthday is in November, it will be, you know, what is it? It is like, you know how like October is like breast cancer awareness month. Well, November is for prostate cancer awareness. So yeah, so if I can do that on stream and everybody, you know, like I said, everybody, if it gets like one or two people out there to get theirs checked on top of that, I'm gonna consider it a giant success. Yeah, and I'll have to come up with like some sub incentives and stuff like that for when it happens. I got so far I got I have what is it? Yeah, I have 7 months to plan this out basically. Thank God I had that on my my back pocket. Health. Boom, boom. Alright, got double in there even though I don't need it. Yay! Man, if I, you know, like, I don't regret not feuding, but like, I really wish if I would have had maybe 2 extra hours to play, I think I would have maxed this no problem. Or I could just keep doing pulls right now until I get Bubba Ray Dudley, and then that's 12 mil right there, right? Plus the up top 100 or 50% bonus or whatever. Did all of these. Click, click. Click, click, click. Third. Click, 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 click. Break some yellow gems. And hit that. Wham, bubba bomb. You know, I will say this. With the revamp, I was a little sad that they brought the Dudley Boys back in the game because our buddy Lurch in our faction, you might have noticed him at the top of a ton of leaderboards. Yeah, he didn't have either of them, so we'd always give him shit every single time about like, oh hey, you know, like, hey, how is Hacksaw Jim Duggan in this game, you know? And then he'd be like, oh screw you, you know. And then when the Dudley Boys came back, he got him, and I was like, ah, damn it, now that's one thing I can't lord over him anymore. But I still at least have NWO Sting and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, which he does not. get to rag on them for at least a little while longer until until Sting gets put back in the game, if that ever happens. Well, there we go. Oh yeah, dude. I gotta tell you right now, yeah, with like, I'm thankful. Like we get along. Like our faction is awesome, and yeah, dude. I give Lurch shit all the time. Lurch gives me shit all the time. It's, I'm a firm believer. If you can't take it, don't dish it out. Oh yeah, but yeah, we rag on each other all the freaking time. Yeah, there's also, yeah, I know we talk about Lurch. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's other people in the faction. I'm sure you all know how much J-Man and I give each other shit. That's always fun. I don't know. I was like ragging on him, and he always likes ragging on me. Alright, there we go. Last one real quick. That for the insurance. Kick him in the wiener. There you go. Yeah, so with Hacksaw, I did get, so I got Hacksaw out of the Showdown shop, just like, everybody else, pretty much, probably. So I know we're talking like, this is, what, 4 years ago at this point? Maybe even 5. So I didn't have Ric Flair, and at that time I didn't spend a single penny on this game, period. So what I did was, since I knew how good Flair was at that time, right? What I did was I would buy the 20, like when you could buy 20 shards of them at a time out of the Showdown shop. So what I would do is every hour at work, since I would be in meetings and things all day long, what I would do is I would be at my desk, and you know how you can play an ad every, you can play 5 ads an hour for 3 like in-game cash each. So at that time, a refresh was $45 in in-game currency, not real world dollars, but an in-game cash. So what I would do is I would play, I would just keep, doing I would do the I would play it 5 times, and then, I would go about my day working, and then the next hour I would play another 3, and then go and do my thing, and then come back and play another 3. And then, so every 3 hours, I get to do a refresh, right? So during a normal workday, I'd basically be able to do 2. So little by little, I was whittling away at that amount. And then when they had announced the initial, when they were like, hey, look, we're revamping the store, period. We're doing this, we're doing that. It was also around the time I think leagues were originally introduced in the game. What I did at that point is I was like, they're probably gonna take Flair out of this. I better hurry up. So what happened was, leagues got introduced, and then how it was basically if you got put in League 15 or 14 or whatever it was at that time was the newest league, or whatever league you were in. I think the max was 15 or 16 or whatever at that time. So I got a bunch. I've been given a bunch of in-game cash as part of it, just like everybody else. So I took that as an opportunity um, to refresh the game as many times as I could with the in-game cash that I had. And then, fucking hell, this has been happening to me all fucking day with Devon. So what I did was I hounded and hounded and hounded, and every freaking day, every day, or no, like I said, every day I was doing refreshes, and then when I knew that was going to happen, I worked my ass off and got as many showdown coins as I could, which I'm sure I probably had enough, but it was refresh, 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 and then I unlocked Flare. I think I forget if I had Sting or I didn't, but I got Sting as well, and then maybe I want to say a week later, 2 weeks later, that's when they completely redid the shop to like what we knew before this current iteration, and yeah, I was just like, I was like, okay, well, like I got Flare, I got Sting, and now they're no longer in there. And then I know like Hacksaw was still showing up for a while. I don't know if he's still in the shop, or if he was, or if they took him out quietly. But yeah, I got Hacksaw as well, and then just like everybody else, kind of like I had no reason to really buy anything in the Showdown shop anymore because it was all garbage. And then they finally redid it, and I'm glad because I got Motu, Foley, I got... Is it Motu or Zombie Foley that's in the Showdown shop? It's Zombie Foley, right? The Many Faces of Foley one, the Striker one or whatever. So I got him, I got Motu, Doink. And then I had already pulled Hollywood Hulk Hogan at I think 4 stars. I think I had him at 4-star silver or bronze. I forget what it was. But since he's in the shop at 5-star, I was just like, oh, you know what? I'll just buy him. I'll just buy him from the shop, and then that way I can save the tokens. And then it took 3 fucking months for him to show up after that. And then I bought his 25 shards every day as well. And then finally, when it came time for Hogan to come in, I unlocked him, and then added TU. I took him up to 6-star silver or whatever, so I could unlock his +2 coaching ability. Which, I mean, glad I did. He's Hogan and all that good stuff. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm not unappreciative of the fact that they changed it, but I know this is unique for me, and I know that people would complain and be like, oh man, I just got the League 16 and now I don't get a chance to get it, blah 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 blah. But I wish that every, let's say, 6 months they would have different people on a rotation. Because at this point, now that I got, and I know Merrick's talks about this all the time, like if I was in charge, what I would do with XYZ. So what I would do is the Hollywood, Bianca, Shelton, Luke, Trish, and then Hogan, Doink, Foley. I forgot to I wanted to put the other one in there so I could get more bonus points. Okay, whatever. Thought I clicked Hogan. I mean Austin instead of Braun here. I would swap him out every 6 months. Give somebody get somebody else, because at this point now, I have everybody in there. So kind of like the problem that I had before is the Showdown shop's kind of useless for me. I have all the promoters in there. I have all the characters in there, and like instead of like giving away 200 TP, like I would have it like a minimum of like 500. Honestly, I think 1,000 would be what I would put in there. That again, a personally thing. You know, keep star frags the same. That's fine. You know, do whatever with it. But I like. It's just the shops need to be set up on a rotation. It's like, and what I'm worried about now is that like now that I've like unlocked everybody and gotten everything, that what's gonna happen is at some point, you know, I'm gonna have like 5 million, 10 million showdown coins in my inventory with like nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not unappreciative, but 200 TP doesn't do jack shit for me. You know, like I said again, the star frags are cool. I'm happy with those. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, well, I mean, like, what am I gonna do with the other stuff? And then, you know, since I already unlocked like Motu, like, or you know, like, sorry, Mutant Doink and Mutant Foley and stuff, like. I'm not gonna spend 700,000 showdown coins to get him at 5. You know, to get him at 5-star. Like, so it's just for me. It's like it's a bunch of crap in my inventory again now, or like a bunch of currency that I have no use for. Yeah, because I mean, like, well, I'm searching for a opponent. I mean, like, look at this. 1.84 million. And yeah, like I said, I don't need these. I don't need Seth. I have all these promoters. I mean, the only thing I was doing lately is like, look, I love Foley. Foley's like my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. So I wanted to unlock him. Otherwise, I wouldn't even been doing this. And yeah, like. I have a bunch of crap I don't like. Yeah, because I mean, if that was the case, like, I know like Godflow's got like what 3 million now or something like that. Yeah, Godflow. How many showdown coins do you have right now? You're at 3 million, right? I remember one time I saw you were like you had like 2.5, 2.6 or something like that. I remember seeing that for a fact, and the only reason why I know like I said, I know I talked about it. I'm not making excuses. It's not like I give a shit anyway. But the reason why I'm at 1.8 million is because like again, the aforementioned, I spent the 700,000 or 600,000 or whatever it is to get the Hogan 6-star or not 6-star, 5-star fuse unlock, whatever you wanna call it. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be at like 2.5 mil myself. I'm just gonna with the bad luck I've been having with good old Deep on there. I'm just gonna do this and call it. Better to be safe than sorry than have to deal with stun loop bullshit. 3.27 million. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so even if I hadn't bought Hogan, he'd still be a good like 600,000 ahead of me. Zando, there's no way in 9 minutes that I can get like 20 million points or whatever it is that I'm deficit. So, no. Yeah, because feud ends in like 10 minutes, right? Or 8 minutes. If it went on for another hour, maybe I could do it. Yeah, under normal circumstances I would have. But like I said, I spent a lot of time on the road this weekend, driving around. So I mean, like I don't regret a single second of it. Yeah, there's literally no way I'm getting 14 million in 7 minutes. The only way the only way I could do it is if anybody would like to donate for me to do mega pull after mega pull after mega pull until I get Bubba Ray Dudley, the trickster one. And then quickly do 4 matches with him somehow magically in 7 minutes. If anybody's out there willing to do that, you know, you can. Donation link is in my bio. I will gladly do pull after pull after pull for that. Yeah. Yeah. The Big Money Web Special is only $200. Yeah, just get out your wallet, donate $200 to Shiki, and I will do pulls. And if I get them, I will thank you. And if I don't, please donate more. By the way, for those of you who don't get the joke, I'm not being serious. Please don't give me $200. As much as I would like it, I would much rather you keep your money, please. Oh, Kong was good. Oh yeah, I still didn't watch Godzilla. What is it? -0. Still need to watch that. I've been behind on so many movies. I was also gonna see. I have to look up the name for it, and I don't remember what it is. It's the Alamo Drafthouse is playing it. Do you know the one that it's about the lesbian bodybuilders who get wrapped up in, like, one of their dad is like a drug kingpin or something like that, and they get wrapped up in it. I forget what the name of the movie is. Okay, Doc, you have a good one. Thank you as always for stopping in. It's Love Lies Bleeding. That's what it is. Yeah, that I wanted to watch that, but I didn't get a chance to go. It looked interesting. I wanted to watch it. Yeah, I didn't watch Roadhouse. Oh, I want to say the Alamo Drafthouse does this thing, like, you know, where they play, like, movies from 25, you know, like they're, you know, like celebrating 25 years of cinema. So, like, they'll play, like, an older movie from, you know, like 25 years ago. So right now it's 1994, or from 30 years ago, or whatever it is. So yeah, so this past Wednesday, I went to go watch Street Fighter the movie on the big screen, and let me tell you, it was fabulous. It was so much fun. Yeah. So yeah, quick, change the channel. And then it's like the day that I came to your village was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Like, I mean, all the cheesy lines and everything. It was so good. I laughed so hard the entire time. So yeah, like I said, just I didn't like I said maybe not exactly what I wanted to see, but still had a good time. Yeah, I'll have to check out the new Roadhouse. It's got it's like what? It's Jake Gyllenhaal's in it, and then who else? Yeah, and then on Amazon Prime, I know they're taking away watch parties. Apparently, I've been watching. I always like Top Gear, and they have a series called Our Man, and it's like with James May. I really like the one in Japan that they did in Japan. I didn't watch the Italy one, but they have one where he's in India, and I watched the first few episodes of that one. And that one was really fun. So I have been watching that off and on here and there as I've been able to. So for those of you who haven't seen it, like I recommend that to anybody. Yeah, it's Our Man. So yeah, it's James May, Our Man in India. Let's do this real quick. Hopefully, finish this off in 15 minutes or 15 seconds. I mean. There you go. Yeah, I really need. I've heard Shogun is good. I really need to. You see, I've been so far behind. I need to watch X-Men '97 as well. Actually, so yeah, Faction Feud's over. Yeah. The other thing, I've been super busy. So I know I talked about going to Austin with my girlfriend. Like a month, like 2 months. Was it 2 months ago or whatever? I bought this. And I really need to read through this book whenever I get a chance. So I've been really looking forward to it. So I mean, I'm not gonna go like line by line, but like it basically, it's the best way I can do this. So yeah, it's like interviews and like drawings and things like from the show and like how they came up with like different concepts for stuff. So like I really want to read through this and kind of like see everything in the book. I haven't had the time to go through this. But yeah, if you haven't yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you haven't seen this already, like it's a beautiful book, and I really need to get around to reading through it. I also need to finish what's his face's book. Brian Gewirtz's book. I got it a while ago, and I still haven't finished it yet. Yeah, here you go. Hold on. Okay, so Faction Feud's over. I'll do the tours real quick, and then I'll call it a day. Let's see what the absolutely worthless freebie for today is. Pardon me. Let me. I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick. One sec. All right. Storm. This. Alright, so any showboat. Go. Hopefully these will lead to quick victories, and then I will go watch TV. You do want to load there, don't you, game? Hello? Hello? Alright, well, if this isn't going to load, then I'm going to have to call it an anticlimactic end. I mean, it's... Hey, Snake Eyes, what's up? Yeah, man, it's whatever, right? I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just call it a stream, lie down, and watch TV while I play some more Champions. There we go. Yeah, I really don't feel like swapping over the medals from I only have one takedown 2 medal that's at a percentage. I don't feel like swapping it back and forth from Taker to Lita here for no reason, because I don't really use Lita all that much anymore. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Homeless dude, thank you very much for that. I'm sorry, I might have missed the thing. So, 1 million coins, which is nothing. 1K moment currency, which is nothing. 20K diamonds, which is nothing. 25K metal bits. I mean, that's not a lot. That's fine. I'll take that. The Rollins, 500 IGC, 8K strap bits. I mean, here's the thing. Look, free is free, so I really can't complain. But I was gonna say, like, if you're talking about, like, oh, hey, here's some freebies, like, I'd be like, I mean, I don't want to seem ungrateful, but Those are some pretty shitty freebies. Man, you can't even level do a single level of a 6-star for 1,000,000 coins. And then like I know I'm talking about me here and not anybody else, so like because of like the talent ups and stuff and then giving me the same fucking moments every fucking time, I'm at 1.3 million moment coins. Oh, okay. Oh, well, hey, I'm happy for you. Let's see, I have almost 3 million diamond tokens. I have 4 million headliner loot. Like, yeah, and then as far as like, look, I always need metal bits because like it's like pulling fucking teeth getting things. So yeah, I have 1.7 million strap parts. I have 2 million metal bits. So like getting like again, like I said, I'm just talking about me here. Like everything is like all that shit is worthless. It is completely worthless. 1,000,000 coins is worthless. The moment coins are worthless. Diamond tokens are worthless. The metal bits, like I said, I'll take. It's just that I really wish it was way more than 25k. I already have both Rollins at 5-star, and then IGC literally does nothing for you. Like what? That's gonna be like opening up 5 metal slots or 5 strap slots, which I don't need, and then 8k strap parts. Yeah, I have almost close to 2 million. 8,000 isn't gonna do anything for me. So, like I said, I can only speak for myself here. All that is just worthless. And honestly, even if you're a new player, like that's not really gonna do much for you. So, again, not being negative, just calling it like I see it. But, I mean, like, prizes like these are not geared to somebody who's been playing this game for, 7 years straight. Yeah, and here's the thing, like, I know there are going to be people out there who are like, oh, you should give away a free Hogan and this and that, and like, no, I'm not saying like don't give out the fucking like rarest characters in the game for free. Hey, if they did that, that'd be cool. I'm not complaining if they were to do that. But like, this is what I would do personally. Like instead of 1,000,000 coins, like I'd give 10 or maybe 5 plus like 1,000 TP for the moment currency. I mean, I wouldn't even give those out. Period. That's just me, but. If I were to do that, I would say 10k. I would not give out diamond. I would not give out diamond currency. Period. Okay. I would do something else, or maybe like it's like instead of those moment currency, instead of like how I said like do 10 million coins, 5 million coins plus TP. Like I would do like say 10 million coins day 3 and then 1,000 TP day, instead of diamonds. For the metal bits, I would give away 50. I would double it to 50,000 or like up to 100,000. For the striker set, I mean, look they can't give away like Nation of Domination Rock, although that would be cool. I mean, haven't they already given away ETV Seth? Am I wrong there? Haven't they already given them away? And if they haven't, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, well, I mean, if it's yeah, here's the if it is architect set, I mean, like, everybody pretty much has them. I mean, like, a 5-star Feuds for him, sure, okay, whatever. You know, he does the 66% bleed damage or whatever. So, I mean, just saying, like, you know, it's like there's that, right? And then, let's see, 500 IGC. Like, I wouldn't even give out IGC again. I would pick something else. Or you know what? You know what I would change it to? For those of you who, again, for those of you who may not have been in the game for as long as like I have and a bunch of other people here, so there's another Trickster Rock in the game, and he used to be a road, yeah, the Great One. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, the Great One Rock. He's in the DX prize wall, and the thing is that like the DX prize wall, if you haven't been doing the prize wall from day one, it sucks. It's fucking garbage. And we can take a look at it here in a second. Yeah, the DX prize wall, fucking garbage. Unless you've been doing it since day one, in which case there's some really good stuff in there. And I mean, like, is it the best in there? No, but like, there's some decent props and whatnot in there. But yeah, like, that, like if you haven't had like the DX pass for like 5 years or something like that, I wouldn't recommend it, because honestly, it's garbage. It's garbage. And by the time like 5 years from now rolls around, you know, like, it's garbage now, and in 5 years, when you finally get to the good stuff, it'll all be garbage, and that's even if this game is still around at that point. Yeah, I did have the Sean one for I think a month. And then I pretty much went. I was like, oh, this. I was like, this is a waste of money. Like, why the hell would I have this? And then I canceled it. I had some extra gift card money, so I was just like, we'll get whatever. Like, I'll get, you know, like, oh yeah, I'll put it on there. And I was like, nope. Like, I was like, why the hell did I do this? Basically. Yeah, and by the way, I have the medals. Like, this could be much faster. It's just, blame me being lazy, not wanting to move over stuff. Yeah, the only thing that I have is Triple H, and like the only reason why I do that is so I can have the 2X. That's literally it. Even Triple H is it to me is a waste. Like, you know, I just do the Blitz, I unlock all the now that I've unlocked all the promoters, like, it's, you know, like, 10k currency to get one 6-star bronze token that, like, yeah, basically it's like, hey, like, you know, every 4 to 6 weeks you can get, like, you can have a extra token. I'm like, yeah, woo. And here's the thing, like, when I talk about this stuff, it's like, look, I care about the game, which is obviously why I mention these things. Like, I understand, like, and I know people talk about this, like, Scopely's a business, okay? Like, I'm a small business, you know, like, I'm a small business owner. I'm in the, you know, like, I am in business to make money, not to give away free stuff to everybody. You know, and you have to have, like, a value on this stuff, because here's the thing, like, if I was, you know, it's like, if I was a whale and, you know, like, hey, that thing that I just spent $1,000 to pull was given away for free 4 weeks later, I'd be fucking livid, because I'd be like, I spent $1,000 on this and everybody else got it for free and a week later. I would be mad. Like, you know, but that being said, there is a way of doing things where you can appease everybody, basically. I mean, like, even if you can't, even if everybody's not going to be happy, you can have 80% of people be happy. Like, the thing is that, like, there are some people out there who, like, for example, I know this has been a while, and this is the one that's coming to mind. So you remember at the Rocky event, how like you could get Rocky for free by just like grinding it out. There are people out there complaining, saying, who are saying like, oh well, Rocky isn't free because since I have to spend time playing. He's not really free, and they should just give him away. And I'm like, fuck off, like, seriously, Okay, there you go. I got the cup. Let's see. No jade, no jade, no jade, no jade, no jade, no jade. All right, there you go. All right, so I'm gonna end 300 short of that. Here's this. By the way, I know I was going to talk about it, so we'll go over a couple things, and then I'm going to call it a stream. There we go. There's that. Like that. Alright. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So if anybody hasn't like looked in here, let's scroll on down. Just like I said, so I did have it for a month, so I do have some stuff unlocked, but like look at this shit for like people who like just started, right? 25 fucking TP. 1-star gold tokens. Like, who the fuck uses these? You know what I mean? Like everything in here is like fucking garbage. Here we go. Look at this. Hangers that you can't use for jack shit, like, and then like another thing, they give away Paige for free every fucking month, and here she is giving away like 25 free, like, or 25 shards and everything. And then this is the one that I was talking about. So he used to be a road, like, like when you, well, so I don't have Jade, like. Go. So like how like whenever you beat a tour, like you get a reward. He used to be a reward on the road for free, and then they took him out and put him in the DX vault. Yeah, and what sucks is that like at that time, like I would have been able to get him. Like they took him out like a week before I was able to do that. Whatever node it was. There was something that I was like locked in that I couldn't get, and by the time that I was able to get to that point, I just like it was gone. But I mean, like, here you go. So like I'm at level, like I said, I stopped doing this. So I was like a level 7, right? But I mean, like, even look at this, fucking Rowdy Piper, Dusty, like, you see, like, all this shit is just garbage. McMahon, Elias, Sarge. Like, all this is like, it's. I mean, again, like, I hate to repeat myself. All of this is garbage. Bree, a three-star gold, like Ronda Rousey. Like, I would have to, like I said, I would have to pay. I would have to pay for this for years, years to get up to this point. Now you see, like I said, for those of you who are who have had it for years, like some of these these props are fantastic. Highly, like I wish I had them, but yeah, I'm also not gonna wait 5 years or 3 years or whatever it is of paying $30 fucking a month for to get to that point. So yeah, if I was if I was Scopely, like I said, instead of that set, I would hold on. Yeah, there you go. I would give away this one right here. Because why not? Like, seriously. Oh, look at that trainer. 35% more purple gem damage. Like, look, this guy is not gonna, he is not gonna, like, completely, like, OP anybody's roster or anything like that. So, I mean, again, I'm just giving honest takes on stuff. Like, this is what I would do if I was doing, like, 10 days of giveaways or whatever, but, I mean, it's just like I said. I'm just a guy giving his personal opinion on things. People can agree with me, and they're more than welcome to. People can choose not to agree with me, and they're more than welcome to. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna get 7,000 more points here because I somehow like clawed my way up a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna be nowhere near that. I could. Let's see. I would have to do. Basically, I'd have to do a mega pull to get to the next bonus tier here, which, yeah, so I'm like 150 away from this, so like that wouldn't reasonably happen. Yeah, right on. NOD Rock. Let's see. I'm like 600 away from Becky here, of course Jade Cargill, and then these two, I forget what the number is, but yeah, that would have, I don't know. I mean, and here's the thing, like, I think that would have been cool for the Rock, like give away the Rock like that. I mean, again, my opinion, or maybe put like the Rock shards into here, like give something, like I said, give something new. Put them in the Silver League loot, like, have something new for once, Here you go. We'll do this. We'll get some of this, and I'll talk about Silver League here in a second, and then I'm done for real. There you go. Click on that. Use up some of these tokens. Yeah. So like, here's some other stuff too. So I know we talked about this, but like. Like, I wish that, like, 3-star gold or 4-star silver tokens don't need them. 4-star gold and 4-star silver tokens don't need these here. Like, even, like, Silver League here. So, like, when they introduced, like, League 21, they put Stacy in here. And that's it. When they give you, like, League Up rewards, or, like, when they give you, like, Rikishi and stuff, like, why do they have that in there? And then they put them in, like, and they have them in key loots, and then they put them in paid pulls, too, which to me is, like, anytime, like, a free person like this is put in a paid loot, like, supremely, like, makes me mad. And then, on top of that, like, like, from the previous leagues, like, AJ and Johnny and X-Pac and, like, Shamrock, and, like, all these people are still in there, and I'm like, ugh, like, why, there are people in the game that are, like I said, I'm not talking like, I'm being realistic. They're not NOD Rock. They're not like, the rarest or rare Hogans and stuff. But like, actually, let me scroll down. I can pick some good examples here. Okay. So like I said, again, I'm being reasonable. I'm not talking like don't give away like Johnny Knoxville or and things like that. But like, I'm trying to think of a good example here. Uh, like like maybe like change it up, like like change it up, put in like. I'm sitting here complaining, and I have like everybody but rare people, but like maybe like some of the like maybe some of like the like if a character is like a year or two old, like put like it's like even if you can't get like even if you can't get like a poster of them, like change the fucking like 20 shards of what is it like. Scroll down here. Yeah, so like, yeah, instead of having like 20 fucking shards of like the Hurricane or Psycho Sid or Sika or whatever, like, like do 20 shards of like a rarer character. You know what I mean? Especially if you're gonna be giving them away, fucking like in at 3-star gold or whatever. Like, why put the shards in there too? And I know people will be like, oh, but it's like use the shards to unlock them at 4-star gold or whatever. Like, you know what? Like, if you're in League 21. Okay, like the Hurricane, Sid, and like all these, you're gonna fucking have them already. Okay, like I'm serious. If you have a League 21 account and you don't have Typhoon or Walter, show me. I'll give you $20. I'm just telling you that right now. If you can prove to me that you don't have it, I would love to see that. I would love to see somebody in League 21 without these right here. And like, it's just like, like I said, like what the, and on top of that, there's, these are all like, like the freebie characters that they gave out every single month, and, like, you can have a mix of other people in here that aren't the fucking freebies all the time. And, it's like, and then, if you're gonna have like a feature, like have a featured section with like, and I'm not talking about like 5, like even if it's just like 20 each, right? Like have one with like, like some of these rarer people in here, like, like have like, like 20 shards of like, say like this Taker or, like this Nakamura or something like that. Again, like, you're not giving them away, like I said, you're not giving away $1,000 character for $0 and pissing off people who, have pulled and pulled and pulled for people. But there are certainly like, like you're not gonna you can have other people in the game, like that you can get little itty bitty bits at a time, and it's not gonna, like I said, for example, like getting like this razor right here, right? If I got this razor, it is not a game-changing character to get. At least not anymore. I mean, like, same thing with, like... And yeah, I get some of the licenses are gone, so, like, I'm never gonna get, like, this Motu Randy, for example. And they already took all the Ghostbusters people out of the game, so I get that. But, like... like, 20 shards of, like... this Andre, or, like Bronson Reed, or, like this, Demon Balor. It's not going to be the end of the world giving away, like, little bits of a character here and there. I don't know, and again, this is just my opinion, okay? Like, people can agree with it, people can disagree with it, like, I mean, it's just that I think there are revamps that need to happen, and like, and I've talked about this before, like, and again, I don't want to harp on stuff because I got other things to do today, but like what I was talking about here, like on the Showdown shop, 200 is ridiculous. Like the minimum should be 500. I think it should be 1,000. The 2 million and 5 million, like I'm fine with that, I guess. And then the star fragments can stay the same. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that. But like even on like here, like oh oops, Whoops. Wrong thing. I meant this faction store. Like, look at this faction store stock. 50,000 coins. What the fuck is that gonna do for anybody? Seriously. So like the only good things to ever buy here are this, and then the show, you know, and then you know, the showdown, the notoriety for showdown. But like once you get them, well, what's the point? This year, the gear tokens suck. These are so expensive for getting straps for you know, combinations that don't exist in the game. And then like the Charlotte gear, I have Charlotte's gear, and you know what? That was like what, 2 million faction coins that I flushed down the toilet. Yeah, because she's out of the meta, even with all this stuff. I mean, not that she was that great to begin with, but yeah, like, yeah, I have all these. You know what it's gonna do for me? Jack. But hey, I think I've been complaining for like 15 minutes now. I think that's enough. Well, hey, as always, I appreciate you all hanging out with me. I hope you all had a good time feuding and all that good stuff. Yeah, just, you know, like, look, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Like I said, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna pick up my kiddo at 6 and then do some grocery shopping and head home, chill. So, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch at IronSheik84 for more WWE Champions action. With that, like I said, for those, I know I said this multiple times, for those of you who observe Easter, have a happy Easter. For those of you who don't, like me, hey, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And yeah, just be good to one another. Have a good one, everybody, and let's go find somebody to raid, and I'll catch y'all around. Bye!